Why do you have a mask on? Just so our viewers don't get distracted by that. Obviously, thing is just right there. So just talk to the viewers for a second.
Well, long story short, ladies and gentlemen, a relative of mine who's
idiot.
staying.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. You have all right to say that word for sure. But a relative of mine who's staying in the house right now kind of contracted the virus, and now I have to pay it safe. So I'm in this situation right now, which I got to keep on my mask. I know it sounds dumb because yes, I'm still in the same household as the person, obviously, but number one, I live here and I can't tell the guests to go anywhere else because again, even though I live here and I pay rent here, is not my saying because somebody else obviously got more. So it's all up to them. But in terms of that, I'm going to play it safe. So now I got to stay safe in my own home. I thought it was safe enough, and now I feel like I'm in danger. So yeah, that's why.
Oh, and
it's not me. It's not me.
Oh yeah. Well,
just to make sure everybody knows, it's not me. I know I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Don't get me wrong. I am an idiot, but it's not me.
Well, I'm glad that you've cleared that up for the audience.
Yeah.
I already knew, and but hopefully everything's safe in your household. Hopefully it's safe. Obviously we all know COVID is not a joke.
It's not a joke. And it has gotten worse these last 2 months for sure.
Yeah. So all jokes aside,
Happy New Year.
New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year's. Good way to enter 2022, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know it's not the best look for you, but hopefully you're good. Hopefully everything's safe. All jokes aside, hopefully everything comes back negative. I know you already got one test negative.
Yeah.
Another one's coming up, so hopefully nothing serious. Now, before we all get started, I want to say last week around December 20th was our 1-year anniversary of this channel's creation. So I would like to thank, well, maybe we created it earlier, but it was our first video was posted.
Yeah.
So I like thank everybody that liked, commented, subscribed, gave us feedback, negative, positive, doesn't matter. Anybody that supported, everybody that tries to support us, anybody that will continue to support us. We appreciate all the love, all the support. We've been working hard, been doing a lot of stuff to help this channel grow, making a lot of videos, coming up with a lot of ideas, talking a lot about what's best for this channel and what's best for moving forward. And we still have a long way to go. Still have a lot to do. We're going to work, continue to do what we've been doing and more for this channel to grow and for us to be sort of happy with this channel's growth and success.
No question. It's great. It's great being on the journey with you, Mr. Connecticut, and I hope and wish the best for you.
Anything else about the channel and how you've been feeling past year?
I feel like it's great, but I feel like we've been growing greatly, especially more specifically me and you. I just remember from when you first came to me with this, I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm down. I'll help out a brother in need, help out somebody with their future greatness. That got to be a blessing.
He wanted to do this as well. He likes talking about basketball.
Yes, you're right. You're right about that.
This is not one-sided, even though he loves to try to push that narrative so much. It's not one-sided.
Okay. Yeah,
he's joined me on this journey because he likes to talk. If you haven't noticed.
Yes, but I think I like the growth that we have made in terms of being on a podcast. I remember when we first did this, like the nerves and things like that, and the ups and downs we had to go through, things like that. And I feel like obviously whenever we converse, it's always been about basketball, and we always was able to do it naturally. But when there was a camera in front of our face, there was a lot of slip ups, a lot of mishaps and stuff like that. There's a lot of things. And I really feel like we have grown from that ever since. Now it just feel like a regular bada boom conversation, like back and forth, spin like what we usually do when we're off the air. So it's been great to be on this journey. I'm kind of happy we're at this point, and we're just only getting better from here, you know? Moving on up, Evan. Moving on up.
Yes. Hopefully, hopefully we are moving on up and going to do bigger and better things in this near future. Like I said, still a lot more for us to do. So a lot more for us to take this channel new directions and new hypes and new videos and all that. We're not even close. They didn't even do anything really, to be honest with you. They didn't even scratch the surface. They didn't even touch the surface.
Hey,
but we're getting there. Slow grind, but it's a grind. We're gonna continue to grow. We're gonna get there.
Slow grind is the most beautiful grind, you know. Like, you know, it may take hours, it may take months, it may take days, it may take years. But hey, the greatest people did not do it overnight. I know I kind of messed up the order.
But the greatest people didn't do it overnight. I agree with that. Yep. So, but thank you for everybody that supported us in this year. Just wanted to give a quick little thank you to all our followers, subscribers, anybody that helped us in our journey.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Now, let's get into the podcast. Welcome to the Mind of Basketball Podcast, Season 2. I'm Evan.
I'm Ja.
And this is our basketball podcast. We recap, break down, and analyze players and teams from previous games, from the previous week. And this podcast, we'll be doing it from the previous couple days, most importantly, Christmas Day. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everyone had a great Christmas. Hope everyone enjoyed their Christmas or just enjoyed their day if you don't celebrate Christmas, or enjoy the holidays, depending on what you celebrate, what you don't celebrate, doesn't matter. You know, I don't really care about that. But anyway, in terms of basketball, there was Christmas Day games, and we are going to get into all of them or most of them, depending on if we care. But first off, Jadim, I would just like to say to you that, I think Kemba's the problem. I mean, I saw, a few nights ago, he had 40.
44.
44. Yeah. 44 to be exact. Yes, you're right. 44, on Christmas Day, he had a triple-double. Mm-hmm. And it seems like that benching that Tom Thibodeau did a month ago, hey, what a job. Great job, Tommy.
Yeah, you're right. Also, you're most definitely 100%, most definitely, no question. You're correct. Kemba was most definitely the problem. You know what I mean? He came in, he wasn't playing up to his usual standards, and he kind of ruined the whole offense. Julius Randle was playing erratic and stuff. Mitchell Robinson playing all these minutes, and Kemba was most definitely the cause of all of that. Like, he was most definitely like, if you know how we live in New York, right? And you know how, whenever you go to Times Square, they have the big billboards and stuff like that. I think we should put up a billboard or a big jumbotron screen saying, having Kemba's face in it with him smiling and saying, yeah, you were the problem. You are the problem. You still are the problem. Yeah. Great job. You should do that, Tom.
Yeah. Now, if you haven't been following the podcast, we have been critical of Tom Thibodeau's decision. Kemba, or as well as everybody kind of giving him the scapegoat, making him a scapegoat. Because obviously we all seen how he was playing early in the part of the season. And yes, it wasn't the best. Yes, he did play his part. Yes, he did have his own faults. He was inconsistent in a lot of games. Wasn't making a lot of shots sometimes. Wasn't that second option that we really hoped. Obviously, he wasn't the best defender as well to go along with that. But everybody just kind of threw every problem with the Knicks onto him.
Yeah.
And Tom Thibodeau benched him. And the problems remained. The Knicks did not get any better. In fact, we might have gotten worse. Then he comes back to the lineup because of COVID, and everybody's hurt. Derrick Rose is out for like 6 weeks. RJ Barrett was in COVID protocol. He's back now. Obi Toppin was in COVID protocol. He's back now. So we had to bump him up.
Yeah.
And he comes back 40. Did he have 2 40-point games? Or it was just one?
I believe it was just one, but he did ball out.
He did have a 28-point performance in the first half.
Yeah.
In one game. So, I mean, clearly, this is not a Kemba Walker problem.
Yeah.
Clearly. Everything should not just be thrown at him. He's not the only one at fault. He's not even the main reason, not the second reason, not the third reason. Because as we saw it, he was benched. He had no effect on the game, and the Knicks were still losing.
Yeah. I feel like, well, we already talked about it, so I'm not going to go into much detail, but I think another thing that we probably went into that I just can't remember, my dumb ass, is the fact it's all about matching things up. You know what I mean? Again, he got in greater offensively, and obviously defensively, he got the right pieces. I just don't know if he knows how to truly and honestly put it all together yet. And don't get me wrong, Tom Thibodeau's a really good coach. We've seen him coach
Last year.
Yes, last year. We've seen him coach teams to the NBA conference finals before. We've most definitely seen it.
One time.
10 years ago. But yeah, he's a playoff coach. Let's just say that he's a playoff coach, no question. But
didn't help us in the first round.
He does have. He does have his flaws and his tendencies that needs to be changed to try to make the team better. Will it be different? Will it be difficult in the beginning? Of course, everything. When change is happening, sometimes it's difficult to do and it's hard to get adjusted to it. Yes. But is it needed? Hell yeah, it is. Because if you look at it, you bench Kemba when obviously you just said it just now. Kemba was never the problem. And your Knicks still did terrible. Okay, they didn't do terrible, but they
we were out of the playing. That's not good for the Knicks. That was just the 4th season before, and Tom Thibodeau was coach of the year. Remember, Tom Thibodeau was coach of the year. Julius Randle was most improved player of the year. He was an all-star, and he was 2nd all-NBA. Think about all star players, all the superstars in the league. He was 2nd team all-NBA.
Yeah.
That means he's according to the NBA itself, according to people that has to do with the NBA, he is among the top 10 in terms of the players and the positions. He's among that.
Yeah.
Based off last season.
Yeah.
And we're out of the playing, still out of the playing. what was the problem? Like I said, it wasn't Kemba's fault. He did play a portion of problems. He wasn't playing the best. He wasn't a saint in all of this, but it should have been all thrown at Kemba. And I think we could just leave it.
And I think, even though obviously this ain't a huge problem in my opinion, Julius Randle has been up and down at times. He's been inconsistent. He's been playing great. He has been playing great.
Good.
Still up to the standard of last season. Probably not up to standard of last season.
Nowhere near.
But in terms of continuing to put up his numbers and be the best player for the team, he's most definitely doing that still. There's no question that, yes, he has dropped down. It has been here, there, along with the fact of, I'm not going to give him too much flack for this because even great players miss a lot of free throws before and things like that. So I'm not going to get onto him with that. But he has been erratic with his play style at certain moments and times like that. But that's also not even a problem. Again, it's just more about, for me personally, it's just more about the coach need to make the right adjustments in order for the team to succeed again. Because again, we already said they got enough talent to be a playoff team. And they're also, we didn't have them as a dark horse or a surprise for the championship or anything like that.
Yeah, for right reason.
Yeah, for right reason. But there's people out there who still got, and you already know, New York diehard fans. So obviously, people are gonna go out of their mouths and say, yeah, they're gonna beat either Golden State or the Suns or something in the finals whatsoever. They're gonna go out their way. So but It's just about it's just it goes deeper than just a specific player. It goes deeper than that.
All I know is that the Knicks started out the season 5-1. The Knicks are now 13-7. Oh, sorry, 15-18. I was like 13-17. I mean, 15-18. Started out season 5-1. The Knicks are now 15-18. Take that. As for the game, really nothing to break down. The Hawks didn't have Trae Young. The Knicks should have won, and they did. So good job, I guess. I guess Trae Young's scared to walk back into the Garden. Okay, I can understand.
Yeah. I guess the problem is fixed now because no Trae Young, no problem.
I guess he was scared to go back in the Garden again. He didn't want to take a L. For some reason, he didn't want to show up on Christmas Day. He was waiting all year for it, and he didn't show up. Don't worry, we'll see you again. We'll come in the Garden again. We'll be sure to meet there. Be healthy this time. All right. Let's talk about that Celtics-Bucks game real quick. Hold on. Boston. What's going on, Boston? What's going on? I mean, you had the lead. They had a good lead for majority of the game, and entering the fourth quarter.
And in those last minutes too, they had the lead. They had a good lead. It was probably 10. 10 points is enough.
Oh yeah, didn't they score like 4 points in like the final 4 minutes or something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, Boston. Wow, this is the Boston Celtics. This is the legend. Now you're talking about the Knicks. Knicks man will have to stop for 20 years. Essentially, the Boston Celtics, the almighty Boston Celtics, the legendary franchise, arguably the most legendary franchise in NBA history. We're getting to the other later on, but the Boston Celtics. This is Boston. This is Boston basketball. This is the same team that had Bill Russell, John Havlicek, Larry Bird.
And yeah, the team game. Their team game hasn't been elite this season.
No, this is the franchise that has 17 championships. The Boston Celtics. Where's the chemistry? Where's the flow? They had the talent.
Yeah,
I know they have the talent. But they are not. No question. They shouldn't be 16 and 17.
They shouldn't. And you're right. And you want to know why? I don't want to immediately say this is the ultimate reason or whatsoever. But let's be honest. Brad Stevens is not the coach anymore. They got a new coach. Their culture is still the same. Will always be the same.
Because Brad Stevens is still.
Yeah.
Danny Ainge is going. Brad Stevens is there in the front office.
Yeah. But it's still the culture is still the same. Nothing has changed. It's still the great Celtic tradition. The great Celtic culture. You know what I mean? Nothing has changed. There's still a winning organization, a winning franchise with great talent. It's just that now, with a new coach and stuff like that, they have to get probably just to try and some new things differently. And Brown and Tatum are still making strides. Yeah, I know Tatum has been here and there at certain moments, but they've still been making great strides this season. They're still putting up all superstar type numbers.
Listen, Tatum that elbowed Brown and his tooth. I don't know if they're making strides. I mean,
okay. Yeah, that happened. There was no need to break that up, but yeah.
What?
But yeah, and Tatum, you can't, as great and as effortless of a scorer you are, you can't be missing shots and turning over the ball. Okay, you come in shots, obviously, missing shots come with it, but in certain moments, smart shot selection, which I'm surprised I have to say that about you, and turning over the ball and not being aware of where the defense is. Yeah. You. I don't know what was wrong with you within those last minutes of the game.
I mean, a shout out to the Bucks. They came back, made their way. Giannis doing what Giannis did. They stepped up their defense, and they had great role play, Bobby Portis.
Yeah.
But I feel like I should have been talking about the Celtics getting the big win on Christmas Day against the defending champions. But no, they squandered that in 4 minutes.
Yeah, and you got to also look at it because Jaylen Brown had a great first half, and for some reason he couldn't make a shot after that. And he had good looks too. He had some good looks, and they just didn't fall for it. And it'd be like that sometimes. There'd be times in which, like, they said,
Nah, they were up. I don't want to hear that. They were up. They were up. They should have won this game.
Yeah, they shouldn't have won this game. They should have. And I'm not going against you with that. I'm talking about specifically with Jaylen Brown. Sometimes you lose your shot sometimes. Because, like, look, he was hot. He was doing so well. And he was the reason why Boston was up big. They was the most that they was up is by like 15 plus, right? They were up by 15 plus at a certain point in the game. Obviously, the Bucks made their comeback. But that was mainly because of Jaylen Brown. And then Tatum had it going at a certain point and stuff like that. And they was able to keep rhythm. But then Brown's shot went flat. It went flat at certain moments, even with the good looks he had, because his ability to create space has been amazing. And even with that, he still could have knocked down the shot. So it's tough, but it makes it at the end of but at the end of the day, it makes no excuse. It makes no excuse. Celtics, you had this in the bag. I understand a 10-point lead is not enough to keep a game in order to win, but yeah, no, you can't squander that. And great block by Giannis, man. Great block by Giannis against Robert Williams. I thought that was a dunk by him, and then he recreated the finals all over again.
Time Lord.
Game changer.
All right. Which there's 2 games. Which game should I go?
To be honest, bro, the in terms of California, I don't want to talk about them anymore. I really don't. I mean, not in terms of the LA team. I don't want to talk about them anymore. I'm done.
Clippers didn't play.
Huh?
Yeah, Lakers fans don't want to hear that now, huh? Yeah, I feel I've been getting a little sensitive when it comes to the Clippers. Cause y'all should be a lot better than y'all are, and this is just so sad. Y'all trying to get on Anthony Davis now, huh? Like he's the number 1 problem. Don't get me wrong, Anthony Davis is a problem in both positive and negative ways. But what is the excuse to losing to Patty Mills? Please tell me, what is the excuse to losing to Patty Mills?
The excuse is the Olympics came back.
That's what I thought. I thought he was back in Australia. He was balling out. And the Lakers are just the funniest team to watch.
You know what? I look at all of this and I just say, damn, I feel bad for LeBron. I really feel bad for him.
I feel bad that Claxton dunked on him and won in clutch moments.
Because
that's what I feel bad about.
Right
on him.
No question. I feel bad for that, but mainly specifically, the dude is about to be 37 years of age, and actually, like in the time of this recording, like in 4 days, and this dude, despite the fact, I'm sorry, no, I know what to say, and this dude, despite how legendary and how impactful he is, he thought that having this great amount of talent around him would help him out. And yet he's still having to do most of, like, you know how in school, how like back in our younger days, like in school and stuff, like in middle school and things like that, how when you're assigned to do a group project or pair up with somebody to do a project and there's only one person doing the project while the other person just chilling out, like that's basically what LeBron is in. Like, he's doing all the work. Meanwhile, Westbrook and AD, and don't get me wrong, Carmelo is chipping in somewhat too. He's doing his thing. But LeBron is doing most of the work in order to carry the team to get an A that not everyone else deserves, only him. Like, to be honest, LeBron James is playing at an MVP level still, nearing 37. When, to be honest, even though he should still be in the MVP, he should not be getting talked about this much because the others on his team supposed to be playing at an MVP level, or at least a star level or a really good level to a point which they should not be. What are they now? 16 to 17? It makes you feel for him. It makes you feel for him at that point because now he's putting all this stress on his body. This is how you know he's not human.
No, then they weren't 16-17. They were 16-17 2 days ago. They are 16 and 18.
See, there we go. 16, 18. And that even make your case better at this point. He just ruined it more for y'all. You see, look, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to say. I don't want to lose faith. But at this point, it feels like the only chance that the Lakers really got, and I'm no disrespect to this Hall of Fame talents that is on the team, but what LA really got is LeBron and LeBron only. Because I don't know what is going on. I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you right now, I can't believe I got to say this, but if we was in the playoffs right now, they not beating Golden State. They not beating the Suns. They probably not even beating the Clippers. They're not beating Utah, and they're probably not going to beat the Clippers. So I guess it is a Clipper town now. Take that, whoever said Lakers rule.
They be in Denver.
They look like they're equals to Denver. It looked like the Blazers have a better chance to beat them with the way they've been playing. Okay. I went overboard with that one. But wait, hold on. If the OKC Thunder could beat them in 2 games in a row, I think the Blazers could do something. So I don't think.
Oh my God, the Lakers. Yeah. Everything is from touched upon was right. 37-year-old Braun should not be having to score 39 points and lose that game at that because the team can't get it together.
Exactly.
Because they're playing sloppy. Because they don't know how to play defense. Because they have no chemistry, no flow.
It's a problem.
They all just look out like they're just running around out there.
Exactly. I'm just like, yo, this is once again I seen the greatness of Braun be put on display. Because if you look at it in terms of scoring and assisting, they were down by a lot and he brought them back by himself. In terms of scoring and assisting, LeBron legit brought them back into the game by himself just for him to get dunked on by Nicholas Claxton. You know what? It shouldn't. It's like make it make sense. Like, please make it like at this point, make it make sense. I don't even know how to make sense of it. I can't even. I don't even want to say it, and I have to say it. You know how embarrassing I feel right now, and I'm an embarrassing person. Like, I get embarrassed easily, and look, it was so embarrassing for me to even make that statement.
Braun tried his best to get the team back into the game, and he did. They were down big in the fourth quarter. He got them back to the game. Now, obviously, I mentioned earlier that AD wasn't sort of playing for the Lakers. And if you haven't maybe noticed, Kevin Durant wasn't playing for the Lakers. I mean, for the Nets. Now AD, when he's on, right? Say AD's cute. I would say KD's like, wait.
Yeah, okay.
Wait. Of course, I mean that don't matter for the Lakers. They still lost. Because they couldn't stop Patty Mills from shooting the 3. James Harden stepped up as well. Give him credit. 36-point triple-double, looking like his old self. Looking like he's playing for Houston. I like to see that from James. I like that. But the Lakers should have won this game, point blank simple. Plain and simple. Based off talent, but they don't have talent. Oh, sorry. They have talent. They don't have chemistry. They don't have flow. They don't have defense. They're all just running around. If you want to really explain to show a clip about the Lakers season, just show that clip when they were playing Spurs in the Staples Center. Well, the crypto Arena
Not good.
in LA against the Spurs in a blowout loss against the Spurs, which they got the rebound. DeAndre got the rebound, gave it to LeBron, and it was 1-on-5. This was not LeBron like going as soon as he got the ball attacking the basket. This was Braun got the ball, just dribbled slowly, and none of the Lakers players got on the offensive side of the ball. I know you find that clip, you show it. I'm telling you, they just looked. And then LeBron, after waiting about 5 seconds, took a step back three because he's like, I mean, what the fuck? I might as well, I got to do something. Take a step back three. Of course he misses because it's just been that type of year for the Lakers. But that is just the best way in terms of video to describe the Lakers this season. It's just so sad, so disheartening, so much of hope being lost and drained from every Lakers fan's soul, whether rightfully or not rightfully, because some of y'all are just straight assholes, to be honest. But I can feel for some of y'all with how the way the team is playing, and I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like I said, this is more than just an Anthony Davis problem, because he's not the only problem. He's a main problem. Don't get me wrong. He's a big problem. I know you feel like that more than I do. But this team in general, with the talent they have, and you said it before, they should be competing with the Warriors and the Suns, not competing for a playing spot. That's the best way to describe the Lakers. Good win for the Nets. I almost blew that lead, but yeah, I got the victory. Shout out to James Harden. Shout out to Patty Mills. They played great.
Well, let me ask you a question now. What do you feel like, Chap? Do you feel like they should get rid of it? Or do you feel like something different needs to change?
Something needs to happen. I can't say whether I know what's supposed to happen. I don't know what should happen. I don't know. I'm just sad because I know that man right behind me is not gonna get a ring. Braun, I already said, if you were to get this man a ring, I would crown you myself as the best great GOAT of all time. I don't care about arguments. I don't care about achievements. I don't care about impact. You will be my GOAT. If Melo has a ring, you will be mine. And AD will be in the top 10. Russ will be top 5.
Well, to come to the conclusion, the Clippers are better. The Clippers are better. Even without Kawhi, dang it, they better. Oh my God. Let's give a round of applause. Clipper Nation, you have finally overtook the Lakers in LA. Nobody has seen this coming, even with Lob City. This is beautiful. This is really beautiful.
Honestly, this is just so sad. All right, let's move on, man. Let's move on. Next, Jazz beat the Mavericks without Luka. Good job, Jazz. All right, and lastly, sorry.
Now go ahead.
I didn't really get to see much of that game, so I'll just kind of skip by it. Unless you got some comments about the Jazz and the Mavericks.
No, I don't got no comments about that. I really don't got no comments about that. What? No Luka, and regardless, the Jazz is still the better team. They should win. I know Porzingis has gotten better since coming back from injury or whatsoever. In the past.
He had a good game.
Yeah, but to be honest, the Jazz should beat the Mavs. It's just facts.
But I don't know about the 1 by 4, but whatever. And lastly, Suns and the Warriors, round 3. Yeah. I was excited for this. This was a great game to watch. The two beasts in the NBA, 2 best in the Western Conference. This was a very entertaining game. Really was enjoying myself. Chris Paul and Steph Curry going at it. Steph Curry got into a slow start, then started heat up a little bit. But then towards the end, the Phoenix Suns lost to Wilt Chamberlain. Otto Porter. Otto Porter Jr. caught hot for some reason out of nowhere. He was cooking the Suns, cooking them. He looked like Devin Booker, just not Devin Booker from last game. Because what the fuck?
Wait, but hold on. Wait, when the last time they played against Phoenix in Arizona, didn't he cook in those closing minutes too? Oh no, that was against the Clippers. I'm bugging. Forget it.
Yeah, because the last time they played the Suns in Arizona, they lost. The Warriors lost. Yeah. But the last time they played in Chase Center, the Warriors won. Yeah. That's when they broke that 19-game winning streak or 18-game winning streak.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this game, it was winnable for the Suns. Devin Booker didn't have the best game. That's also due to credit to Warriors defense. They did their best to try to chase him off. They double teamed him, try to get the ball out of his hands. He identified him as the most dangerous threat to them. Yeah. And shut him down, you win. It's almost like what the Suns did to Curry in the first game.
Yeah.
They shut down Curry. Went at him on offense. When they were on offense and on defense, they trapped him, tried to get the ball out of his hands. And he had a bad game. And Suns won that game. Warriors lost. This game, very similar thing.
Yeah.
Devin Booker bad game. Suns lose. Warriors win.
Hey man, this looked like a great conference finals, prediction.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. I really hope that it's they meet in the conference finals. Like I don't want injuries to player parks. I know it's just the NBA. It's possibilities, huge possibility. Really hope that doesn't play a part. And unless a team plays spoiler, which I don't know, but these two teams are definitely the best in the Western Conference.
In my opinion, the only threat to them with the Lakers have been playing, I'm not even going to view them as even anything.
Jazz?
Or the Jazz. I feel like the Jazz are the ones who could threaten one of those two teams.
Hopefully, I have faith in them. They're my dark horse. Hopefully, they don't do the same thing that they've been doing for the past 3 years.
If the Clippers did it, what you think the Warriors are going to do?
Well, remember the Clippers, by the way, they still don't have their Terminator, so we got to mention that.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
They still don't have that guy. We'll see how it is when he comes back. But yeah, the Suns and the Warriors. That was a great game. That was fun to watch. I was enjoying that, watching that and a football game at the same time. Otto Porter got hot, and the Suns just couldn't keep up. They ended up losing that game. Shout out to the Warriors. Big win in Arizona. Got your win back in Arizona. They playing some great basketball. I know you hate to see it, but I love to see it. But all right. That's enough of the Christmas games. What should we go on to next?
Well, two things that we got to talk about: IT and Kyrie.
Oh, they got traded again? Oh.
That was a good one. I did not expect that.
Okay, so yes. IT, I mentioned that. Well, no, we didn't mention that, but he was on the Lakers, playing with the Lakers for the past few games. And he was playing for Christmas.
Yeah.
So Isaiah Thomas, if you didn't know, he's back on the Lakers. I don't know where you've been if you didn't know, but back on the Lakers, and he's back in the NBA after his 42-point performance in the G League debut, and immediately got called up. Because he's an NBA player, and he deserves to be in the NBA. I don't care how small he is. I don't care what happened in the past. He's an NBA player. You cannot tell me that every single player in the NBA are better than him. He's not that much of. He's not a troublemaker. Exactly. So why is he not a cancer to a team? He's rightfully so deserves to be on a team. I'm glad that the Lakers, even though the Lakers. Glad that the Lakers gave him a chance. And in his debut, he balled out against the Timberwolves, even though Timberwolves blew him out. He balled out against the Timberwolves, having 19 points, and he's been playing like an NBA player. It's not Isaiah Thomas of the old, but we already knew that. He doesn't have to be that. I mean, and put him in the G League, yeah, because he's way better than everybody there. Why he's there? That's so disrespectful. He shouldn't be there in the first place. But if you give him minutes, run plays for him, have him come off the bench, ask for 12 to 15 points a night, I think he could do that.
No question. Yeah. With the way the Lakers are playing, he can most definitely do that. Trust and believe.
I don't want to talk about the Lakers anymore. Kyrie's back in away games. All right, let's move on.
Yes, he is back.
What?
The fact that you just said it like that, you just passed over. He's like, Kyrie is back in away games. Let's move on. He was like, yeah.
Well, he's not officially back yet, but he is going to come back soon. We don't know what's the timetable. We don't know when he's going to debut, but he is said to be playing in away games because the Nets have been hitting some COVID problems. Because, like I said, COVID. Someone said COVID putting up Will Chamberlain numbers. COVID is back.
That should not be funny, but that's hilarious. That should not be funny, but
that should be funny. COVID is back, and it is causing havoc in the NBA. Yeah. It is wild. I mean, the Bulls then had their like 6 games postponed earlier. It was wild, but
yeah,
Kyrie's gonna be back soon. We just don't know when. All this clears up a little bit, and we'll be back and we're playing road games. Obviously, state of New York, you still can't. If you're not vaccinated, you can't play road games because of the injuries, the depth. They need more. They need help. So they called their guy.
Yes, they did.
All right, now let's move on. Should we do predictions for tonight?
Yeah, yes, we shall.
All right, let's do predictions for tonight's set of games. First off, Rockets, Hornets. NBA TV, 7:30. No, that's the name you cancel. Bulls and Hawks.
Bulls.
Celtics. Jesus Christ. Celtics, Timberwolves.
T-Wolves.
Celtics. Jazz, Spurs.
I'm gonna actually go with the Spurs. The Spurs been shocking people. You can't lie.
Yeah, I know. I know. I mean, but I wouldn't really call it. Grizzlies, Suns.
Well, John's back, so I got the Grizzlies. The Suns are better, obviously, but I got.
Did they just lose?
Yeah, they lost to Golden State.
Yeah. Golden State got their little vibes. Even though J.A. is back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my guy. You know, like I said, the Suns are the best team, but I can't go against my guy J.A. No way. Come on, man. Give it to the Grizzlies. Mavericks, Blazers.
Yeah, we already know the answer to that. Move on.
Blazers. NBA TV 10:30. Hey, games are playing better. NBA TV 10:30. Nets, Clippers.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said Lucas and COVID protocol. So yeah. Nets.
I don't think Katie's up play.
It's fine if James Harden killed one team along with Patty Mills. Maybe Patty Mills could do it again, but James Harden most definitely could do it again. And Blake Griffin always plays better against the Clippers.
I got the Clippers.
You got the Clippers?
Yeah, I got the Clippers.
If Paul George is playing, he's gonna go crazy.
Paul George.
He's been in and out the lineup.
I didn't say anything. I did not say anything. But right, let's end this now. Let's call it a day. Yeah, any final thoughts?
No, just thank you again, guys, for being on this journey with us for over a year now. Well, a year, but now a little bit over at this point. It's been a great journey, great ride, and hope for bigger and better. Well, pause for better things. I was pause. I had to say pause, and I'm sorry.
There's no. How old are you?
Trust and believe. I heard grown men say that multiple times. Pause. So I don't want to hear it.
Oh yeah, I do it too. But we're recording. Come on, man. Show some maturity. Unbelievable. All right. Yes. Thank you for all the love, support. We'll continue to try to live up to all the expectations, exceed expectations. Try our best to make the best content possible. But for now, thank you guys for watching today's podcast. We next week we'll about the podcast and the videos. By the way, that we didn't mention. Snub list moved for now to Wednesday and Friday because the holidays, like stuff, and we do the podcast for today.
Yeah.
For the Christmas Day games. So that's why we did it for Monday. So no snub list, obviously no snub list. It would have been in this time slot that we put it in. So it'll be Wednesday and Friday. Love the new entries. I guarantee you, and more modern day players. So you don't have to complain about these older guys. these old plumbers that couldn't last in our era. So be on tune for that. Next week we probably won't have a podcast. It'll be around New Year's.
Yeah.
And we'll probably just come back, reset the schedule. 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, it's gonna be Wednesday and Friday for some of those videos. And after that, we'll return back to Monday and Wednesday, and then our podcast will be moved back to Friday. Next week, we'll do a pod for Monday. We'll have it done. Just it's not gonna be on Friday. All right. Rest of my outro. Like, share, subscribe, comment, support the channel, give us feedback, all that good stuff.
And also follow our social medias, our TikTok and our Instagram.
Yes, please follow our TikToks. One of our TikTok videos is blowing up for some reason out of nowhere. Dennis Johnson video on TikTok has been doing great for our channel. So please go give a TikTok a follow, give it a like, give it a share, do all that kind of stuff. And once again, I'm Evan.
I'm Ja.
And this was the Mind of Basketball Podcast.
Season number 2. Christmas Day edition.